AI agents are getting wallet access. The standard way for protection is to keep the spending limit, which basically catches a reckless agent, but it completely misses an agent that has been compromised, manipulated, or slowly drifting away. So, KiteGarden fixes that. Every agent get a behavioral signature at registration. Every transaction gets checked against that signature in real time. The moment the agent stops acting like itself, access is revoked automatically on chain before any damage is done. So let's get started by connecting our wallet using MetaMask. So this ties everything: agent registration, transaction, ownership, and to entire Kite passport identity on chain. So our wallet has been connected. Now let's register our agent first. So let's register an agent. So this is where we fill the registration form and we'll register our on-chain agent. So here we'll just give it a label called trader 3. Yeah, and also we give some description for this particular agent to perform. And let's say like daily trades on multi chains. Yeah, so perfect. And now this is our agent wallet address and the owner address. And let's get back to the Kite passport where you can see our agent passport here, so which matches the particular agent here. And now let's register this particular agent. Now directly when I hit the register the wallet, it asks me to sign it, and then it writes the agent identity directly to the contract on Kite testnet. So we got our transaction here. We need to sign this by clicking confirm, and yeah, perfect. So let's check our backend logs here whether the Kite passport has been created, and yeah, so the baseline has been created for this agent and the agent has been registered on chain on the Kite testnet. And yeah, so here it on our explorer, it is on chain and it is tamper evident that the agent now exists as a byte32 ID on the registry, and here the contract call is basically register agent function. So let's head back to the dashboard where our agent has been created or not. We can check. So see, the baseline has been executed and the transaction has also been stored. And yeah, so we got, and these are some of my dry runs and test run agents, so we can just ignore that. And our trader 3 has been created down here. Now that the baseline has been established, now the status is active and it's ready to transact. So let's click this agent, and now we will be navigated to the detail page of our agent. So our agent has been created and it shows the particular baseline, and also we have populated this agent with a particular transaction for testing with demo using the gold sky subgraph. We can see the transaction details here by the agent. So yeah, and we can also see the sample n graph here. So now let's click on run gate to send an actual transaction. The gate computes the agent's current behavioral metric against its baseline and decides whether to issue a session key or not. And now the transaction goes through and we got our transaction pop-up, and the agent's metric is within the expected range and the session key has been issued. And as you can see, once we hit this confirm button, the transaction will be executed. And yeah, so the transaction has been executed and we can view it on chain in test and Kite testnet explorer. We can now head back to our agent detail page and we can see that the particular session key has been enabled for this agent. So we'll navigate there, and yeah, so the session key has been issued for this agent because its behavior is clean. And now head back to our cool part where your garden page. So in your garden page, which shows all the behavior of the particular agent, and we can detect the anomaly there. And here we can see the gold sky subgraph in our backend logs. So this is your garden page. Each node here is a transaction. The geometry represents the agent behavior phase space, how its spending patterns are distributed over time. And right now the pattern is tight and constant, and which shows it's healthy. So we can see the particular transaction here, which is all been indexed by our gold sky subgraph. And here it's this D2 metric, where this is the D2 metric where the correlation dimension. It quantifies the complexity of the agent behavior. Low and stable means the agent is acting predictably and consistent within its baseline. So that's it. I'll simulate an attack for this agent, and this could be a prompt injection, a manipulated model, or a behavioral drift that crossed the threshold. As you can see, I'm pushing anomalies transaction in and signing to confirm. And now the agent has been frozen by our system. We can see the sudden D2 metric spiked, and that the gate caught it immediately and revoked the session key. and in that case our session key has been revoked and the agent has been frozen. And let's navigate back to the Kite Explorer to show the anomaly injected transaction here. So it has been interacted with our contract here, and let's head back to the agent page. Here the owner gets two options: one to reauthorize if the anomaly was a false positive and you wanted to resume, and this resets the baseline and reissue the access, or revoke permanently if the agent is genuinely compromised and should never transact again. So in this case I am hitting this permanent revoke, and we can see our anomaly transaction here. And let's head back to our dashboard to view whether the agent has been revoked or not. And as you can see, our agent has been revoked permanently and it cannot do any further transaction from now on. And this transaction has been, I told you earlier that it has been detected by gold sky subgraph, and we can hit any of our link to view our transaction on chain in the Kite Explorer. It's taking some time. Yeah, so we can see the transaction has been success and it has been interacted with our contract. And this is our gold sky subgraph which is actively indexing the transaction, and I'll show you the gold sky project as well. So here we can see our project here, and it has some of the counts of the total entities which we have been indexing throughout the project. And yeah, so these are the fields we have been indexing throughout the project, and we can see the count and columns as well. So that's all from KiteGarden, where spending limits ask how much and KiteGarden asks does it look like an agent I authorized. So when it doesn't, it simply access is gone. Thank you so much.